All right. Welcome to another Woods Report. Lot going on today. Lot going on. What you think?
Let's see if we cover all of it. If not, we'll do what we can.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's going on? Well, the big nose.
Because I was blowing mine. When do we say nose? Because I was blowing my nose.
Yes.
For the big nose. You do that a lot.
I told you always throw me off.
I'm just blowing my nose.
No, like if you say something or whatever,
I didn't say anything. I just blew my nose.
But I'm saying I end up saying whatever you say or whatever you're doing.
Oh.
So I wanted to say the big news. But you was blowing your nose.
The big nose. Okay, go ahead. The big nose today is Lenora Woods.
The big news today, is Love and Hip Hop.
That's the cover story.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop. Erica Mena and Spice.
She didn't call her name.
You don't even know what's going on, do you?
I have no idea.
You always laughing. Like Emerald said, Lenora laugh at everything.
I know Love and Hip Hop, but I don't know the characters on there.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, I thought they already call each other names and stuff because of how raunchy the show is.
They throw chairs at each other, for goodness sake.
A racial slur is getting her off the show?
Yeah, it kicked her off the show. So, Erica Mena, did you ever watch the show? Because if you ain't watched the show, you
Love and Hip Hop.
Erica Mena is not black. She's like Latino.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what she is. If y'all know what she is, Dominican or Puerto Rican or something.
Okay, some Spanish background.
She's Spanish. She's not black. But she's, you know how some Spanish people are black equivalent.
Exactly.
Because they hang around black people. Everything in their life is kind of like black people.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's like Cardi B.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when everything is done,
they'll throw their Hispanic card or
when
Latino card.
When everything is said and done, you're at the end of the day, you're Latino, and black people gonna make sure you know that.
Yeah,
I can't pull my card out and be like I'm Latino.
I got my black card for life.
Right.
You black and Latino.
Right.
What today? You Latino?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they've been going back and forth, arguing with each other and not getting along with each other. Okay. Now, again, this is the show, like I said, where they picked up tables and thrown chairs at each other.
I thought they've done worse than this.
They've called each other all kind of names, right? Mm-hmm. So this particular day, they're arguing. Okay. And Spice, who's a Jamaican, I think she's Jamaican, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Dance hall queen.
The one with the blue hair in this picture.
Yeah, and she's Jamaican.
Okay.
If she's not, y'all let me know. But I believe she's Jamaican.
West Indian.
West Indian. Okay. I'll just be safe and say West Indian.
Okay.
And they were arguing, and she told Erica in the middle of the argument, that's why your son doesn't like you. She has an older son. And Spice said, that's why your son don't like you.
Is that true?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Oh, because I'm thinking you watch it and you probably said there's truth to that.
It probably is, but who cares?
Okay.
So then Erica took offense to that and said, you look like a monkey. Or something along those lines. Ooh. You a monkey or something. And Spice... That's funny.
Yes. Because why she had to go there?
Oh.
And with the monkey comment.
Oh. You're not laughing at her calling her a monkey. You laughing that she went there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you
laughing at. She didn't have to get ugly with saying you look like a monkey.
So so what happened was Erica got kicked out off the show. They said that she will not be returning to the show. Mm-hmm. The uproar went, this is all over social media. You can't believe how many people have weighed in on this. Tamar Braxton has weighed in on it on the show with Gary and them, Ricky Smiley and them.
Okay.
Everybody has weighed in on this. Erica's baby daddy, Safari, other celebrities, people all over the world.
With her comment.
With her calling a black woman a monkey.
Okay.
It would be the same as if Roseanne Barr. Remember she called that black lady a monkey?
That worked with Obama. She said Planet of the Apes one.
And she said, and they kicked her, they got rid of her whole show because of that.
Well, no, they didn't get rid of the show.
They got rid of her off the show. Rid of her. So the thing of enough to where there was actually something put into place where the NAACP made calling black people monkeys a racial slur. Wow. Legally. Like you can legally be in trouble by calling
saying the N-word.
What's wrong with my hair? By calling a black, it's like saying the N-word.
They putting it on that level.
They put it on that level. Like you cannot call.
Are they going to do that for other races? Because you would think it's so unfair that it's just for us.
Well, I don't know.
There's names that people call Latinos that's not nice either.
Right. But I guess it's not common. Like calling black people monkeys is common.
Okay.
So enough to where I guess they made it to where
they used to say porch monkey.
Yeah, so it's more common. Other names of race is not that common. The people call them names, but it's not. It don't just roll off the tongue like the N-word. The N-word is a racial slur.
Well, that was a word that you said that Daddy didn't like.
That's not racial slur.
That's not racial slur.
Right. Okay. But the N-word is a racial slur.
Right.
You can get in trouble for calling somebody N-word. The NAACP made it where you can get in trouble.
And that's why I think too, not to cut off this, that's why some people have mixed feelings with that, because if you're making it such you get in trouble for saying the word, we bring endearment to it and say it.
Oh, you talking about you putting the A on you talking about the N-word.
Oh, it's because you're not saying ER.
Right.
You're saying A or AA.
Right. All right.
Okay,
so they were sitting there arguing, and that's when Erica called her a monkey or whatever. And the fact that she's dark skinned, Spice is dark skinned, it's been sparked the whole thing with a lot of light skinned people are taking up for it, and a lot of dark skinned people are not happy with it and saying that you should be banned, I guess, for life if you call somebody a monkey. So a black person a monkey.
What if they really look like one?
Well, some people said that. Some people said, what if she honestly thinks she looks like a monkey? Because some people look like monkeys.
Some favor monkeys.
Or gorilla. I think 50 Cent looks like a gorilla. Yeah. Is that a racial slur?
But if you were another race.
And I said gorilla, see what I mean?
You would be banned.
But the argument is because Erica said, Spice said, that's why your son doesn't like you. What these people are saying, even Tamar, is when you bring in somebody's kid, all gloves come off.
Okay.
Which means anything I want to call you is there.
It's off the table.
Now, I take a different approach. I agree with both sides, believe it or not. And I'm not double-minded in that.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I believe in both approaches or both sides. When you are arguing with me and we start getting nasty, right? All gloves come off. If your mom abandoned you, I'll say that. If you are ugly, I'll call you ugly. If you stink, and that's the other thing. I'll say you stink.
If you're fat.
Now, everybody's all up in arms about Erica calling Spice a monkey, but y'all don't get up in arms when people call people fat.
You fat.
That's B. Fat shaming.
And you even say B after.
If I was arguing with Spice with Erica, and Erica said, you big fat slob, you pig, no one would go up in arms. She wouldn't lose her job.
Because you are. So they probably feel like, why would you?
I'm not a big fat slob.
I didn't mean it like that.
Because you are a pig.
But no, if they said the word fat or big.
But I'm not a pig.
No, if they say animals, maybe that's where it starts. It's like calling that girl a monkey.
So if somebody calls me a big cow or a big pig, how is that different? That's fat shaming.
But that's why I was saying, why is NAACP making this a big, I don't think it should be on that level.
To me,
it's not the N-word.
To me, calling a black person a monkey is not the equivalent of saying N-word.
Especially if they look like one.
Because when they hung hung us from trees, even now when they do it, they use the N-word.
Yes.
When they write on buildings, they write the N-word.
They don't say monkey.
They say the N-word.
Right, because they know that word to get to you underneath your skin.
Yeah. So I feel like I told you I go both sides on this.
Yeah.
So I don't think that word is that harsh for Erica to be fired. They've thrown chairs at each other on that show, for God's sake. That's why I was trying
to figure out this show. I've seen some raunchiness.
They didn't fire her until outrage from the public. And then black people was outraged about it. Because Erica's not now if Erica was a black girl and she called her a monkey, would you be mad?
Thank you. I don't think so.
Y'all don't get outraged over Candace Owens, and she says all kind of stupid stuff about black people.
Thank you.
Why her show still on?
Why the NAACP is not getting shaken, stirring up with her show?
Why y'all ain't cancel Candace Owens?
I don't know. We are. I think
y'all pick and choose the things that y'all want to go after.
That's why a lot of times we don't always get the respect that
exactly
from people that are either our color or from another color.
Because y'all not consistent.
Because you're not consistent.
You're not consistent.
NAACP, in my opinion, has no right trying to push for calling a black person
a monkey
as a racial slur. That is not the N-word.
And what if you look like a monkey?
You may very well look like
if one. I got mad at 50 Cent and I said, you old ugly gorilla,
you can get
he looks like a gorilla.
But I think because she's a different race.
See? Now if a white person said, you ugly gorilla to 50 Cent, they'll cancel him.
He'll be canceled and knocked up. They would do all they could to cancel him.
See, that's why I don't like it. All glove to me. If we're in the fight and it's all now, that's why I told you I'm on both sides here. I'm telling you this side first.
Okay.
All gloves come off. I'm calling you every name in the book. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Just like I would expect you to call me a big fat slob.
Because she could have very well said you black bee. And use black.
The word black is offensive. Because she's not black. She's not dark. So she would have said you black blank B.
The moment she talked about her.
To me, calling her black is worse than calling her a monkey.
Thank you. Because not all monkeys are black.
If she would have called her a black bee, to me, that's worse than calling her a monkey.
Because some monkeys are brown.
I'm saying
and albino.
Calling her black is obviously saying I'm light skinned and you're dark.
And you're dark, so you more of the monkey look.
That to me is more offensive. If I was Spice, if somebody called me black and they're light skinned, or you dark,
so it's the color thing that would get me off more so than the animal name.
Yeah. So that's one. Number two, again, it's because she's not black. Mm-hmm. If she was black, would people be as offended?
If she was just as dark as she was.
Right. And then number three, why don't y'all get offended by a whole lot of stuff? Men call women all kind of names. Y'all don't get offended.
Thank you.
So that's what I'm saying. We have selective outrage.
Yeah.
And y'all just don't like Erica Mena. That's all.
Okay.
If somebody else who y'all like would have said, oh, you old monkey, to Spice, oh, she shouldn't have said that. Ooh, that's wrong.
Right.
But they gonna cancel
her.
Slap
her hand.
We're not gonna cancel her, but she shouldn't have said that. If it was somebody y'all like.
But it would have been just a normal, she got canceled. That's too bad. But the moment you brought in the NAACP.
Right, making it a racial slur.
Make it the plans to make it a racial slur. Now that bothers me.
The other side that I said I see both sides.
Right.
Even when you are arguing and you are at your meanest of your meanest, you still know how to pull back. You still know there's things not to say that you can never return from. Right. Even when you get in an argument with your significant other, you know there are things that you can say that you can't never come back from. Mm-hmm. If you say it to him, it's over. Or if he says it to her, it's over. Mm-hmm. There's no coming back.
Power of words.
There's power in the tongue.
Yes.
And we was going to talk about the Bible says there's life and death in the tongue.
Life and death is in your tongue.
And you know, even when you get as angry as you can, there's still something in your mind that clicks and says, don't say that.
I can't say that when I can't return from
now,
that.
Erica Mena had said this before, apparently. This is what I'm hearing. And she was warned not to call black people monkeys.
Oh, she was?
Yes.
Oh, she's done it before?
She's done it before.
Oh.
So if I tell you don't do something and you do it again, that's telling me you don't care about me giving you a warning. You don't care about how it makes black people feel.
She called another black person?
Apparently.
Oh.
So you don't care.
So she's done this before.
So that's why I said on the other side of it, she went to another place if you was warned and you did it again.
But here's my thing, and I'm glad that you said that, because I know now that you're going to go on the other side,
right?
Maybe a little bit about what Tamar said. I don't know now, because now you've given more reason. If I talk about your kids,
right?
You were already warned.
Well, then somebody
not
said,
to use that word.
But
again.
somebody said she didn't really talk about her kid. She just said that's why your son doesn't like you.
Okay.
She didn't say your son is ugly, your son is stupid.
Don't have no sense.
Your son is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's talking about the kid.
The relationship.
She's not talking about your kid. But then some people bring in, don't even bring my kid up, or the gloves is coming off. So,
but I brought your kid up. You've already been warned not to say monkey anymore, though. You can call me a whole bunch of names.
Yes.
But not monkey.
Yes.
So she's still messed up.
So that's why I said I can take it on both sides. And also, I'm not dark skinned. So I don't know what it feels like growing up dark skinned. Mm-hmm. And if you always called monkey every time somebody gets mad, then you're going to take that different than somebody who's not dark skinned. I wasn't called monkey my whole life. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I don't know. I don't have the same feeling. Right. Now, fat, I can talk about.
Mm-hmm. Big mouth.
Yeah, I could. Why you adding on stuff?
I'm saying. I meant for me. I'm sorry. That just sounded like I was adding on for you. I was almost like agreeing with you. I've been called fat.
But I'm saying some of the stuff that you say on the side is ridiculous.
It's for me, though.
But it don't sound like it.
I'm sorry that I should have said, yeah, and I've been called big mouth and fat, too.
Because I do have a big mouth. That's what I said.
Well, we both been called big mouth.
But I'm listing my thing, and then you add in big mouth. That sounds like you're adding on to my list.
I'm sorry.
I've been called fat before.
Comedy,
and stupid. Wait a minute.
That's comedy.
All
that's
right.
Three Stooges.
Right. But anyway, so I do understand both sides. Yeah. I do understand both sides.
Well, no. I'm before you move on.
No, it's hitting really low below the belt.
No, I don't. To me, if you would have never told me that she's already
done it before,
warned,
yeah,
I would have probably taken her side when you talk about her kid.
Yeah,
so I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry.
But was that really talking about her kid by saying that he don't like
that
you?
That triggered her. I get it.
It triggered her. But I know, and I'm not going to use the example exactly how it went, but you did that to somebody. When we was arguing and you brought in something that had nothing to do with the argument and it took them over the edge.
Oh, yeah.
See?
It hurt their feelings.
So you should know how it feels when you're arguing and you throw in something that hits below the belt. That person is like, why you say that?
Because I'm mad at you.
That's what
I'm not liking you right now.
That's what Erica Mena did. I know this is going to hurt you.
But if I was warned before not to say that, I wouldn't.
But if you was warned before.
It's kind of like you're saying, you said it earlier. We should have some kind of control of our anger and what we say, especially if a producer or whoever it was
if they told you not to do it.
Erica,
don't say that again.
We don't need you to call
Here's
anyone
a warning.
Else any monkeys.
Do not call. Now, if Roseanne Barr comes back on television and calls another black person a monkey, it's it. It's over.
You ain't doing TV.
We already told you we don't want you calling us a monkey.
Right.
So why would you do that again?
Even though they look like one.
You
just can't.
That lady.
It's like the N-word.
That lady who worked for Obama looked like the lady in the Planet of the Apes.
She looked like the lighter albino Planet of the Apes monkey. She had the same kind of features. But she can't say that.
And that wasn't a monkey. I think that was a chimp.
Chimpanzee. Oh, dang on it. Gorilla, monkey, chimp.
And there's white people who look like birds.
Yeah, you look like a such and such bird.
It is what it is.
That's an offense.
So if I'm arguing,
animal.
exactly. If I'm arguing with you, I may call you a hawkhead.
Because you got maybe your hair could be sticking
and
up.
That's
too.
race. You know what I'm saying? You look like a hawk.
Well, that's why I was saying there's names for every race. And there's names that we've given other races too. So why would
we did this whole thing? Go ahead.
Why would the NAACP pick and choose? That's not good when you call black people.
But
that should be considered a racial slur.
That was a racial slur because, in my opinion, I don't think Spice looks like a monkey.
No, but I don't think that we should be. If we're gonna come, the NAACP is gonna come and say this word should also join the word, the N word.
Yeah.
Every race, every ethnicity should do the same. I don't like when we're all, because we can't do that as blacks.
Right.
We was not the only ones that was enslaved.
But on the other side, we're not here to talk about them other people. We're here to talk about what she said about a black woman.
But you made the comment that
let them do their own fight.
The NAACP is going to try to make this a racial slur.
Right.
I don't agree with that. I agree. But go ahead.
But looking just at Spice, you look at the picture, Spice does not look like a monkey. In my opinion.
She doesn't, but she's brown skinned.
So that's why they said it was a racial slur.
Okay.
But if she did look like a monkey, I could see her calling her a monkey. You see what I'm saying? So,
okay.
I don't know. You could go back and forth with that.
That's true.
If that was the lady that worked with Obama arguing with Erica Mena, and Erica Mena said, "Shut up, you monkey," that's not a racial slur because that lady looked like a monkey. People will probably get comments in the comment section.
Know.
She does.
She resembles.
But she's not ugly, though.
No, she's not. She just has that same look.
How come people can't look like an animal and still look good?
The black people, we get touchy.
Right. I don't think 50 Cent is ugly, but he looks like a gorilla.
Yeah. And you said, what's his name was singing like he looks like a gremlin.
Well, he's ugly. Jodeci.
Yeah,
he's ugly.
That was Eddie Murphy saying that.
Yeah,
right?
he's ugly. I don't think 50 Cent is ugly like the Jodeci dude.
Okay.
But he does look like a gorilla.
Some people think gorillas are ugly.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing.
All
so that's my take on it. What do you think?
She got canceled. So she's not on there no more.
But I doubt if she's canceled. She's off of that show. That channel makes millions and millions of dollars off of Erica Mena.
Really?
She'll probably be on another show or she'll have her own show.
Oh, I'm surprised they got rid of her because she's a money maker.
Well, because of outrage. People did outrage. You know what?
They need to ignore that. Don't watch the show then. They don't like her because she's calling people.
Right. Right.
I'm sorry. This culture cancel thing.
Exactly.
I don't like it all the time.
Cancel culture.
The cancel culture, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Nikki Haley.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Haley calls for a competency test for older people running for president. GOP nominee hopeful Nikki Haley on Sunday again advocated for term limits and mental competency tests for politicians over the age of 75. I don't agree with her.
I don't think that there should be a specific age.
You should do it for everybody.
Everybody and their mama who's in the Senate.
Kemosabe, he's stupid.
Kemosabe.
Rashama Mamuma, he's stupid.
Kemosabe.
And I'm going to keep making fun of his name. So I have to say this over and over again.
As a disclaimer.
Because he doesn't believe that white supremacy exists.
Right.
He believes it's a unicorn.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Unicorn, your last name is Kumatama.
But I don't know.
There should be one for him too.
That they had mentioned that on The View today when you asked what they talked about today.
Right.
That was the main thing. Because people and Alyssa had a good point.
What?
She was saying a lot of the millenniums and the young people, millennials and the young people, we know that as some older people have more experience, wisdom. Yeah. And I think there's maybe Florida. I think Anna brought it up. DeSantis may have put this in place. I don't know. That there is an age, once you reach a certain age or time frame, you're out of there. And She was not liking that because some people who are very good
Right.
and wise and still got good ideals to help move the country along, they shouldn't be kicked out because they're 6 years up.
I agree. I think not age, but I agree with disagree with her on that. I disagree. Yeah. Term limits for sure.
Term limits.
I disagree.
But not age.
Age, I disagree with. Term limits, I agree with. I don't think you should be in office for 30, 40 years. Because for me, in my personal opinion, some new blood needs to get up in there.
And that's the problem that she's saying. The new blood that's coming in, they're ignorant. They don't know nothing. Yeah. You got Vivek who's running for commander-in-chief. He don't even have foreign policy background. Yeah, well, he's not political.
Yeah, but you don't want somebody...
I don't want you in office because you're young.
But you don't want somebody in there that's stagnant either.
Well, I'm just saying, the term thing, that's a good debate. So I don't know.
So she says, I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. The former UN ambassador told host Robert Costa on CBS, Face the Nation. She was talking about minority senator leader Mitch McConnell, who and Dianne Feinstein, Democrat.
Right, yeah.
And Nancy Pelosi, when she got off, as an example. At what point do they get it's time to leave? And I think they lied on McConnell. They talking about they took him back and got re-examined, and there's nothing wrong with him. So everybody just stands at the podium and doesn't say anything.
One of the politicians, a Republican, he said that that's not true. He said, I have medical background. As far as a medical profession, he said, call it what it is. I said, if it's a result from a stroke or anything that's dealing with his mind and how he thinks, we need to put that out there.
They said they tested him and there's nothing wrong with him. They think that the American people are stupid. They ask, how many times have you gone to a doctor and a doctor said there's nothing wrong with you? And you have to say, I got to get a fifth, sixth opinion. There's obviously something wrong with me.
Well, you know what? There was an episode, I'm not trying to be funny, because TV can still portray realism with the theme that's going on in that show. On the Golden Girls, Dorothy was having some issues.
Oh yeah, you told me.
And her doctors were saying that there was nothing wrong with her. They would test her until she got to a specialist.
Thank you.
Who figured it out. There's anxiety or something that was going on with her, which made this happen. It was like a domino effect.
Yes.
So maybe he's having a memory problem.
Whatever
he has to think on his feet.
Whatever he is having, the answer is not to come back to the American people and say there's nothing wrong with him.
Right.
We've watched him on 2 occasions stand at the podium and not say anything. Are we going to go for a 3rd occasion and then somebody's going to go up to the microphone and say, just so you guys know, there's nothing wrong with him?
Because you would think if he was gathering his thoughts, he would have still been saying something. Well, you know what? Let me think about this. Let's see. Hold on. I want to figure this. You would think because he's still talking, he's trying to gather his thoughts, but he was totally silent.
He was silent. This reminds me. I watched a video on TikTok. Muhammad Ali. Okay, so you remember when he was kind of not saying nothing, and his wife was there, and he was there, and he was at the dinner with the guy that used to be on 60 Minutes, the black guy, Ed. Okay, with the earring and all that.
Oh, okay.
And he was sitting next to him, and his wife was sitting next to all of this, and the people was at the table, and he was interviewing Muhammad Ali, and all of a sudden Muhammad Ali stopped, and he had his head down like this, and he was just like this.
His eyes were closed,
and his wife said, "Relax. This happens all the time. We're used to it." And Ed was asking questions. He said, so he does this a lot with what's going on? And she said, yes. And she said, when we go to bed at night, a lot of times I have to move away from him because he'll start thinking he's back in his fighting days.
You're kidding.
And I don't want him to hit me. So she said, I'll move away from him. But I've learned, she said, over the years to know when to move away and all this. So then while he was sitting there, Muhammad Ali went like this. And Ed, right next to Ed. And Ed was like, oh, no. Because he's still Muhammad Ali. You don't want to get punched
like
by
Mike Tyson going. That punch.
And she said, not just.
Could knock you out.
Right. So he went like this. And Ed went, whoa, okay. All right. And then she goes, don't worry. If he starts really punching, it gets bad. And then he started going standing up like he was gonna punch him, and it was like, oh, and then Muhammad Ali started laughing. He was playing.
But the wife still
she was playing. They was in on it.
And
Ed was like, oh, he said, you still got your sense of humor.
Because I never saw him do that.
Even though he was locked inside that thing, he still had his sense of humor.
Oh,
he started laughing.
Man.
He started laughing.
That's funny.
So I say all of that to say, unless Mitch McConnell is Muhammad Ali,
do all that. He really
and he's pretending to do all of this for some reason.
No. Because you even see, once he got his stuff together, it was like he was going, almost like he would have continued.
Thank you.
So we just need to know if there's something going on with his memory or early dementia or something.
Catilia says, Wendy M says, hey ladies. Hey. Wendy's laughing. Catilia says, hi ladies and mom, I'm a bit late today. No problem.
Okay.
And Kiki says, looks like he's having seizures.
Yeah.
He might be having something like a seizure.
But they need
to come back and say something is wrong with him.
But what they talked about on The View today, and Alyssa brought up a good point. She said, yes, we want to see, she said there's a large percentage of people, Democratic and Republican, who are concerned about Biden and his age.
He keep following.
And she threw in Trump too. Trump is 3 years younger.
Let me tell you about Trump today. He went off today on a show. I think he's losing his mind.
You think so?
The host asked him, and it's a conservative host, if they ask you if you had help moving the boxes on stand, what are you gonna say? He said, you're not gonna get me in one of those catchy so you can make headlines. He says, I'm not gonna answer that. But if I did, I have every right to. Because I have executive order and all this other stuff, which is not even true.
Right.
But if I did, so he's given all this evidence for Fannie and the FBI
to gather.
Mm-hmm. He keeps saying, I have the right to. Mm-hmm. Read it. It's in my thing that says I have the right. No, you don't. But he keeps thinking he does.
He thinks he does.
And then the man said, well, if you get on the stand, what are you going to say or something? And he's going to say, I'm going to say that they were wrong about Russia. Russia. And then they're wrong about this. He's crazy.
They're not talking about Russia anymore. They already know.
But to keep saying Russia. You think if you get on the stand, they're gonna let you just get up there and say Russia. He said, the guy who was doing the commentary said, first of all, they're not even going to let you on the stand. No lawyer in his right mind will put you on the stand.
Right.
But they were saying he's getting worse. He's doing sound bites. It's like all of his language is sound bites now.
Like Giuliani as well.
Giuliani's acting crazy too.
So the mental level, and the thing with Nikki Haley, I understand what she's saying. But the ladies at The View, they use Fetterman as an example.
Okay.
Fetterman's been transparent with,
how has he been?
He's not 80 years old.
But how has he been though?
I don't know. I'm thinking they haven't been complaining and whatever. So the thing is, the point they were making is don't always jump to the 80-year-old, the 75-year-old, because there are people, if you can do the job, Alyssa says, I don't care how old you are. If you fit the qualifications and you can continue being our commander in chief.
But I do like term limits though.
I don't know.
Speaking on mental competency, Haley said they should be basic tests with questions anyone could answer. The GOP candidate said that those running for office should also provide notes from their doctors on mental capacity. Yeah. The American people are saying it is time to go. If they would approve term limits, the American people would show that, Haley said. But until then, they've got to know that, look, we appreciate your service, but it's time to step away. And I agree with her.
So if you have the term put in place, the time frame, they don't have to, you don't have to fight for them to step away. They've served their time.
And it's time to go.
They said, I'm not the Supreme Court judges.
I agree.
They need a time.
They go forever. And I don't think that that's right.
Right. Maybe 10 years or
I don't
15.
know.
They'll figure it out.
Not forever.
Not forever. Not until they die.
Exactly.
And that's not right.
All right.
Okay.
Kourtney Kardashian. Okay. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker speak out following an urgent fetal surgery on their son because she's pregnant.
Oh, wow.
So she had to have a surgery on the unborn child.
Why?
It says, in an update to their fans, Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker are expressing how grateful they are for their baby boy being safe and sound following an urgent fetal surgery. And isn't it something how doctors that are specialized in that can go in and operate on a fetus?
It's not even born yet.
Not even born.
Just developing still.
Kourtney Kardashian is forever grateful that doctors saved her baby. Kourtney spoke on the situation in an Instagram post on Wednesday, today. By the way, it's Lenore's birthday. We didn't even mention that.
Mm-hmm.
Today is your birthday.
Yeah, but today is my birthday.
Beneath the photo of her son and Travis holding hands, the 44-year-old said, "I will be forever grateful to my incredible doctors for saving my baby's life." She also gave Travis and her mother, Kris Jenner, a shout out for being right there by her side. Now, you know Kris Jenner going to be there. Mm-hmm. Y'all can say what y'all want. Kris Jenner go hard for her family. Mm-hmm. Now, y'all may not like the Kardashians. Y'all may not like Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner will bite your head off for her kids. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
That's her family.
She says, "I am eternally grateful to my husband who rushed to my side from tour." So he's on tour. "To be with me in the hospital and take care of me afterwards. He's my rock. And to my mom, thank you for holding my hand through this." Kardashian noted that as she had 3 really easy pregnancies in the past, because she's had 3 kids already, it wasn't prepared for the fear of rushing into urgent fetal surgery. Her age might have a lot to do with it too. 44. As a result, she has a new understanding and respect for mothers who have been in similar situations. "I don't think anyone has been through a similar situation can begin to understand that feeling of fear. I have a whole new understanding and respect for moms who have had to fight for their babies while they're pregnant, especially when they're born premature."
How often does this happen? Does it because she have the money and can pay the specialist? Because if you think about it, some people who have had issues with the baby inside of them, if he can do surgery to her unborn fetus, why can't that be done for other people who are having concerns moving the baby around?
It probably costs a lot of money, don't it?
Wow.
She goes, "Praise be to God, walking out of the hospital with my baby boy in my tummy and safe was the trust blessing."
So she's still
pregnant.
She's still waiting. She got to still pray that God continues to bless her and cover her, because until she has that baby out of her and breathing and healthy, that's when you're like, okay, God, that the surgery did help.
It says no further information was provided, though it's clear that the matter was related to the unborn son, why Travis Blink had to leave. After praising God in his own statement, Travis explained, "I flew home for a life-threatening emergency surgery for my baby, and I'm so grateful that it went well." So thank God that Kourtney's good and the baby's good. I got that from the Shade Room.
Okay.
Thank God that she's good, the baby's good, unborn baby. Again, I don't have any problems with the Kardashians. I know people don't like the Kardashians. Mm-hmm. I like the Kardashians. I think they know how to hustle, and I think they know how to use what they need to get things done. Nobody talks about the fact that right now, Kim Kardashian has at least 4 or 5 black men on her list that she's fighting to get out. One of them is Master P's brother. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah. That's
one of them is Master P's brother.
Who was wrongly accused.
So she can use whatever she need to use to keep people from to watch their show and keep doing the hustle.
The show's supposed to start a new season.
To keep the hustle going. Kris Jenner can do whatever she need to keep y'all watching and hustle going. As long as you helping to get, brothers out of prison and that's what you doing and y'all giving money to people, I'm good.
Okay.
So that's how I feel. Some of y'all dumb and don't give nothing or do nothing and they millionaires and people support them. Right. Other people.
You're doing more criticizing than anything.
Thank you. Okay. So I'm at least going to support somebody I feel is doing something. So that was it with Kourtney Kardashian. Now you guys been watching her.
Yeah, Mama watched them Mama watched the tennis match by mistake.
Coco, what's her last name? How you say her last name?
Golf.
Okay.
I don't know if we're saying it wrong.
Well, Coco.
She said, "Lenore, watch this black girl that's wrong."
Let's talk regular because I can't understand you.
And Because I got to do my mother's voice. Who's this young lady here?
Okay.
She reminds me of the other girls' sisters. Serena and Venus. I said, oh, yeah, I've heard of Coco. And I said, wow, she's really made it in the finals. And we watched I've been watching her each level. And I'm just amazed at she's the youngest so far.
They say Coco is the first American teen in U.S. Open semifinals since Serena Williams.
Okay, so Serena was the first.
And she's also given, I read another article where she is in awe of Serena and Venus. Mm-hmm. They like her idols to her. Mm-hmm. And she looks up to them. She said, they have inspired me. I would not be where I am if it was not for Serena and Venus Williams.
And she also mentioned, and not to say for racial purposes, she's mentioned some other players too that were not black.
Yeah.
The lady she played prior to her winning this match was a hard one. I think she was either Denmark or whatever.
That was a tough one to get through.
And she's older.
Yeah.
So she said, I've been watching her as well.
Yeah.
So when I finally won,
it was like.
So I'm grateful that she has been.
You can have a lot of people.
She's been having. I mean, but people quick to say because she black.
Right.
But she has a lot of mentors that she's watched, and she's still young. So you would think that.
Yeah.
But I've been following her, and I really pray that she makes it to the end.
Wendy says hello, girls, and Annie Mae says hello, ladies and everyone. Hey, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
But yeah, you guys have been watching her. That's why I brought it up. It says Coco knows what it takes to reach a Grand Slam final. Been there, done that. What she hasn't experienced is winning a major championship. So her first trip to the semifinals at the U.S. Open does not leave her satisfied, no matter how dominant the performance was that got her to the stage. The dreams never came with the people in the stands and the autographs. That was never in the dreams, the 19-year-old from Florida said. It was just like the trophy. That hardware is getting closer. She dealt just fine with the heat, the humidity, and the big hitting opponent, Jelena, that's who you was talking about, Ostapenko. That's what you talking about. On Tuesday, becoming the first American teenager to reach the Final Four at Flushing Meadows since Serena Williams in 2001. I'm still in the mindset that I'm in the beginning of the tournament, she said. That's what I have learned in the past from beginning in the quarterfinals. Before I would think close to the end. But right now I have the mentality that I told myself I still have another 2 weeks to play. Mm-hmm. So that's where my mind is at. Then obviously when it's over, it's over. Mm-hmm. But right now, I'm just saying another 2 weeks.
Stay focused.
She's staying focused. Mm-hmm. Just like Carey with the hair. Took that fake hair off and ran. She had to say, I'm be focused.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
Yep.
So I thought that this was wonderful. I thought that it's good to mention her. Mm-hmm. We're cheering her on. Mm-hmm. She's a teen.
I know.
So she's young.
19. Mm-hmm. And they showed her, her dad was sitting separately, and they, you know how they would, I think it was Chris.
Oh, they not together?
No, he was sitting separately watching the game, watching the match, and the mother was sitting with the coaches.
Okay.
And you can kind of, you know how the commentators make comments about, yes, he says he's backed off to really kind of telling his daughter how to do things, and she's saying, Dad, I can do it on my own. Right. The independence that they were saying that her dad is allowing her.
Right.
It kind of reminded me of the Serena and Venus.
Oh, right. And she was the one, did you watch, I know you said y'all was watching a tennis match where she went up to the judge. The judge was calling the thing wrong for the other lady. It was something in the serve or something, if y'all know.
I didn't know
and
that.
She literally went up to the judge and said, you're wrong, you're calling it wrong. And the audience agreed with her.
Wow.
Most people would be like, oh, here we go. The angry black girl coming up to the judge.
She doesn't have the same.
They agreed with her.
It's funny, though, because she has a different countenance than
about herself.
Than Serena. Oh. Serena's a little bit more hothead.
Yeah. Serena would have went up yelling.
Said that,
yeah.
Look, you need to get it
You
together.
calling it wrong. But they said she stood up for herself.
She's very laid back. And I can kind of tell. And there's a black man. Mm-hmm. God, what is his name? I wish I
Tennis?
Yes.
Okay.
He's also I ain't never seen nobody play tennis like him. He he's better to me than Arthur Ashe.
Well, he's
I
old,
pray
so,
that he
yeah.
gets further and further along.
Right.
They both won Tuesday.
Yeah.
But the way he moves, it's like he jumping to get it.
Right.
It's like this is no big deal to him.
All
so I was like, okay, both of them are making U.S. proud.
Okay.
So thank you, guys.
All right, so there we go. Shout out to Coco.
Okay.
I wanted to give her a shout out.
Keep it going.
Now this guy, you guys talked about this guy right before we came on.
Talking about this on the news today.
Now you said it was this guy. He escaped prison.
Escaped prison.
Tell a story.
In fact, he's in Wendy's. Not the other Wendy that lives in Pennsylvania. Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia.
No, Pennsylvania. I think.
So what happened?
He escaped, and the thing that they were questioning the warden and all the police officers, everyone involved with trying to look for him because he apparently. My mom said he's been in prison for a few years for taking his girlfriend's life, Mom.
Yes, his girlfriend.
And he escaped.
She said he scaled the wall.
They have cameras in the area where he was escaping, and they got him on camera escaping.
And he climbed the wall
to get to the roof of the ceiling.
Look. Going back to the Spice and Mena. He climbed the wall like a monkey. He didn't even hold on to nothing. He was scaling the wall, right,
But
Mom?
we don't know if he had something on his...
He had his feet on one side and his hand? He climbed up.
Oh, I guess you could do
it. You
could do like that.
Okay.
Like the corner.
Okay. Oh, he did a corner.
Who's to say? I don't know. We didn't see the video.
But my thing is, who was watching the video?
Who was supposed to be watching
security?
The video? Thank you. Don't they... We usually see 17 cameras and a security man eating a sandwich, going to sleep.
Well, it says here, the daughter of the woman killed by the Pennsylvania prison escapee, Danilo Cavalcante, whatever, told police he said he was going to do something bad to them. So they scared because now he's out and he threatened them.
And they can't catch him.
The prisoner, who is now the subject of a massive manhunt after escaping from a Pennsylvania prison last week, had killed his ex-girlfriend in a brutal 2021 stabbing in front of her 2 young children.
Oh, and he stabbed her a lot of times.
This dude, 34, who was convicted just last month in the killing, he only spent 1 month after being convicted. Escaped from Chester County Prison, 30 miles west of Philadelphia.
Why are you singing it?
Because I see Wendy saying something. That's near her. On Thursday morning.
30 times, that's it.
Sparking a search involving hundreds of officers.
What's in your head to stab more than at least 4 times?
Investigators believe he escaped the facility by climbing onto the roof and fleeing from there, a law enforcement source told CNN. The manhunt's range expanded Tuesday morning after he was spotted in a trail camera footage in Chester County, just south of the perimeter authorities originally believed him to be in. 2 school districts canceled amid the search. He is Brazilian.
Oh, okay.
5 feet tall.
Man.
So he's short. Curly black hair,
it may be kind of hard.
Brown eyes, authorities have said. He is extremely dangerous and desperate not to get caught. And we've urged residents in the area near the prison to keep their doors locked and stay inside.
The news people were asking, how did he get out? You guys, here's the prison system. Remember the Escape from Alcatraz? That movie years ago. You can escape from Alcatraz because it was surrounded by water.
They were still people got out.
That movie made them kind of show. But they were questioning him. How did this happen? How was he able to mix in with? It's like they caught the guards off guard. They did something.
He was going to say caught the guards off guard.
They caught him off guard by allowing something else to happen. They all have different stories on it.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know, why they doing this, I do this, or whatever.
Right. Well, here we go. Coco, going back to Coco, Cotillia says, she's really good. And for men, I watch Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah, that's one of the guys. This one is his last name begins with a T.
And Wendy says regarding this case, he stabbed a girl in front of her kids 30 times. Everybody in Philly is scared, and he's 5 feet tall.
Hopefully that'd be easy to find. If he cuts his hair though. Remember the fugitive? What's his name that played the fugitive?
Mm-hmm.
He cut his beard off. Remember he had to cut the
They
had him start out with the beard doctor.
Right.
And then he cuts, so he might do the same thing, so he won't get caught.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so that's the end of him. Just be on the lookout for him. Gosh.
Well, hopefully nowhere here.
All right. I wanted to bring this up because everybody always, if you watch YouTube, you see this Pacquiao or Twitter or any of them, they all do this one chip challenge. Mm-hmm. Okay. The real hottest chip in the world, I guess.
Well, it's even the pepper thing. It's ghost peppers.
It's worse than that.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. People have run and did everything after they ate this chip. Some people can take it, but most people can't. Well, there was a 14-year-old Massachusetts teen who passed away shortly after partaking in the viral one chip challenge. And this is one of those ones, you know how we always make fun of these young kids, chat. Hey, chat. Hey, chat.
Watch me do this.
Hey, chat. Watch me eat the world's hottest chip, chat. Mm-hmm. Watch this, chat. Let me slip this chip into his Dorito bag, chat. My friend's Dorito bag. Mm-hmm. He won't even know it's in there, chat. Remember I said I was going to do that to you? I was being funny. Mm-hmm. One of those blue chips, because that looks just like one of those blue chips. Mm-hmm. And you come and sit, because you always sit here snacking on stuff. Mm-hmm. And I replace one of your blue chips with that chip. Mm-hmm. And you end up going into a seizure or something. They want a reaction. Exactly. Watch this, chat. Uh-huh. Probably did that to him. Uh-huh. Or he probably took it himself. According to CBS News Boston, the tragedy went down last week after Woloba, a sophomore at the Doherty Memorial High School in Worcester, Massachusetts, ate one of the hot chips after receiving it from a friend. For the context, the one chip challenge has been around for years, and it involves people eating single tortilla chip flavored with some of the world's hottest peppers. The purpose is to record yourself eating the chip and waiting as long as possible before you can drink anything. Yeah. After partaking in the challenge, the boy felt unwell and reportedly fainted. He went to the nurse's office and was eventually sent home with his family. Further complications arose later the same day, and he was ultimately pronounced dead.
Did they say how he died, though?
An autopsy underway, and the exact cause of death is still pending. Wow. It is important to know that the Pacquiao website acknowledges that the product is intended for adult consumption. I've seen kids with their parents doing that challenge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Kids as young as what, 7?
10, 7.
Oh, wow.
And the parent they'll let them do the challenge. They like hot stuff.
Oh, okay. And you've seen those?
I've seen the recordings,
yeah. The kids do. Holler, holler, scream, scream.
Yeah. Yeah, and drink their milk or whatever. Milk. Okay. Additionally, it's important. Okay, they put that on there. Do not eat if you are sensitive to spicy food, allergic to peppers, nightshades of whatever, or are pregnant or have any medical condition.
What medical condition?
Some people have stomach problems.
But how would you know your medical condition can keep you from eating a hot chip?
I know.
See?
On GoFundMe, the late teen is described as incredibly talented young man who lit up the room. They probably didn't have life insurance on him because he's in high school.
Yeah. Do we not think life insurance under kids under 18?
People don't think about getting life insurance on their kids.
For their children.
Yeah. They don't think about it, and they should. Wow. I know you don't want to think about it, but you should.
That's true.
All right.
So we have to wait and see.
Yeah.
What happened? I mean, he could have caused him to have a heart attack or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Go right into your thing.
I just like to keep talking about this Who We Are on Netflix, A Chronicle of Racism in America. I told my sister each day I'll just kind of bring up some points that Jeffrey Robinson, he's a civil rights lawyer. Mm-hmm. Things that he discussed, the information that he shared with us about this documentary dealing with the 13th Amendment, slavery, the freedom of slaves and enslaved people. Uh-huh. One of the things they talked about was, I was talking about, he goes through Article 1, Section 9, so Article he goes through 2, each one. Section 1.
Let me have some of that candy.
For example, Article 1, Section 9, no ban on migration or importation of such persons before or until 1808. Our founding fathers put this Constitution together and these various amendments. And this is a 13th Amendment that talks about slavery. But this was written, they wanted, a lot was put in place before 1808. What he says this means is they're stating that they built like 4 major ships, and they had names for those ships when they built them. One was called Desire.
Okay.
One ship was called Fortune.
These are slave ships.
One ship was called Hope. And
These
one
are slave ships?
slave ships built on the East
And they
Coast
got the nerve to
in
call it
Maryland.
Hope.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And one called Prosperity.
Well, that fits the slave ship.
The founding fathers in writing the Constitution, they were pretty much saying that we built these ships to go to Africa to get the slaves.
Okay.
We need to continue this for some more years.
Okay.
Let's put that in our amendment.
Okay.
In Article 2, Section 1, each state shall appoint a number of electors equal to the whole number of senators and representatives.
And this is in our Constitution.
That's how the Electoral College started.
Wow.
To this day, the Electoral College.
From slavery.
Yep. This was put in place because the southern states
Did y'all know this?
were concerned about the power they will have to prevent the government from taking the enslaved people from them.
Can I ask you a question?
Why won't we change that?
Why would you take history out of Florida?
Yes.
When that's how the Electoral College started.
Thank you.
You cannot have history taught without talking about slavery.
Now, I know DeSantis is real concerned about a critical race theory, but even if you do away with that and the Candace Owens comments.
Some people want to know, how did the Electoral College start?
Where did it come from? Who started it? What was the reason why it was started?
What are you going to skate over that?
Thank you. Yep. So that was one thing that I wanted to bring up. And
this is a good documentary, y'all.
It is a very good documentary.
And he doesn't give his opinion. He reads from the Constitution. So nobody can say, oh, this is a Candace Owens expose, where they throwing a little spin on there. No, this is reading from the Constitution and telling you how things have started, so you know why you're here, why you're doing, why, because people always ask, why do we have the Electoral College? It's stupid.
And you know, from the history of our country, it was always the Northern and the Southern with that whole Civil War thing. It was about money. Don't take my property. We're making money off of this. Do you know how much money they made off of enslaved people with the cotton? Yeah. A whole cotton thing.
Billions.
And
probably.
you know, the Southerners, they keep saying that the Civil War had nothing to do with that. It did. That was one of the main things that our founding fathers, they had to really be careful and tiptoe when that Civil War came in place, because they even talked about in this whole documentary, one of the presidents, he removed the Northern soldiers from the Southern states. Do you not know when he removed those Northern soldiers, what started? KKK.
Oh, yeah.
And other groups like
the police department.
That all started when they removed the Northern soldiers after the Civil War from the Southern areas where they were stayed out.
And it's not
We're going to start our own, because we want to make sure that they stay and we keep them in place.
And it's not about making white people feel bad about slavery. It's about the history.
That's the history.
And the same thing. If you history of anybody black owning slaves or anything, history. Yeah. Tell the whole story. So, that's all we're saying.
Yeah.
Tell the whole story.
And it all kind of stems off of the 13th Amendment. They're using the 13th Amendment even today when they're doing with migrants coming over from other countries.
Wow.
Not for them to even be considered servants and enslaved.
Right.
That still covers people today.
Yes.
That you're not taking advantage of them.
Thank you.
So it's a good documentary.
All right. So that was good.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to watch this Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I always try to show a funny Instagram.
Uh-huh.
So I thought this was
to
funny.
go to the beginning. Because did it start?
No, it started.
It's at the beginning. In and out the house.
I thought that was cute.
He must be used to those dogs.
Yeah.
They must fight
and those are like the sweetest dogs. Those golden, aren't that a golden retrievers? I thought that was cute.
That's cute.
I thought that was cute.
Okay.
All right. You always want to know who Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day is, right?
Yep. Who's the donkey today?
The donkey of the day goes to Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club. Mm-hmm. Goes to a man who called 911 to report somebody driving drunk on the wrong side of the street.
It was himself.
It was him. When police finally got to him, they pulled him over and said, "Did you call?" "Yes, I did." There's a guy driving on the wrong side of the street.
You're kidding.
And the police said, "And it's you." "Yes." I thought it was somebody else.
But it's me.
But it's me. It's me.
What did he say? Arrest me?
I don't know. But of course they arrested him. So Charlemagne the God said, even though he gets donkey of the day for driving drunk, God must have intervened and had him call the police on himself, so he wouldn't kill him or anybody else. So he gives honor to God. He started playing gospel music.
Did he?
Giving honor to God.
Because that man called 911.
Because that guy called 911. I like to report a guy driving on the wrong side of the road. Where are you at, sir? I'm on highway blank blank. Thank you. They pull him over. Sir, excuse me. Sir, can you let your window down? Yes. Did you call? Did you make the phone call, sir? Yes, I did. I was driving on the wrong side of the road. I thought it was somebody else. But it was me.
It was me.
Well, sir, we're going to have to take you in. That's what you're supposed to do.
I shouldn't be. I'm thinking, did he say anything else? Maybe. I shouldn't have been driving. Thank you. You're going to arrest me? Arrest me, officer.
Now, I wish more people called 911 on themselves.
Before they hurt
Before
somebody.
they do. I want to let you know, I'm getting ready to get in my car and drive. Sir, where are you located? I'm at Mike's bar. You got about 60 seconds to get here. I'm going to turn the key. And I'm going to drive. Where are you again, sir? I'm at Mike's bar.
But don't the drunk people...
Sir, can you get out and make sure that your turn signal isn't on? All right, hold on. I'll keep them online if I'm the 911 operator.
Right. Go and make sure your tail light is showing. Make sure this and that to keep them stalling.
You don't remember that joke I told in our joke book about the 3 drunk men who got in the car? The 3 drunk men got in the car and they started the car up. All right, let's go. All of a sudden, a guy is knocking on the window. You remember that?
I think I do.
All right.
Yeah.
And they go, "Get out of here. Let's pull off. Get away from here." So the guy starts driving. He's going about 60 miles an hour. All of a sudden, he hears the tap on the window again. Oh, my God. It's the same guy tapping on the window. "How are you keeping up with us? Gotta go faster." He goes faster, 100 miles an hour. The guy's knocking on the window. "Oh, Sweet Jesus. Oh, you must be a ghost.
My side hurt.
You must be a ghost. Oh, Lord, help me. I'll never drive drunk again. This ghost keeps knocking on my window.
Okay.
You want me to pull it down, God, so I can hear what he got to say? Okay. He pulled the window down. The man said, I just want to tell you, you're stuck in the mud. You remember that joke?
I think so.
All right.
He thought he was going somewhere, but he wasn't.
Then he thought it was a ghost.
Get it.
All right, y'all. So that was it.
Hurting.
Lenore's birthday is today, y'all. Wendy's Cotillia says the purpose of the Electoral College was to create a buffer between the population and the selection of a president, and as part of the structure of the government, gave extra power to the smaller seats, which they did, or states. Cotillia says, Kim, too funny. I'm at Mike's bar. I wish they would call in and say when they
remember they would even be like they felt like they was okay because they would be sleeping in the car. They'll turn.
Well, I told you I had
to the side of the road, and they feel like I'm not driving.
I told you I had a friend who got a DUL. He thought because he pulled over and was sleeping that he was doing good.
Yeah,
and they said no
because you drove to get there.
How you get there? So they drunk. They
couldn't even lie and say somebody drove you there and left.
So, and the other guy said, what you should have done, I think it was a cop or somebody told him, is you should have put your keys in the hood. I mean, what is it in the back? In your trunk or something.
The person before they get drunk?
If for them not to write, they won't be able to give you a DUI, I think.
You're kidding.
That means you can't even start your car back up again.
But it was something they told him, though.
It was something they told him he could have got out of it if he would have put his keys. I didn't know that. Because you too drunk. How you gonna remember to go to the back and put your keys in the trunk?
Right. And I'm thinking, don't they get you because you drove to that spot to sleep?
But how they know that? If you got a beer or whatever, you could have drank in the car and got drunk. And put your keys in the trunk so that you couldn't drive off. Whatever.
Okay.
Cotillia said stuck in the mud. Laugh out loud. All right, y'all. Don't forget it's Lenore's birthday today. So wish her happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
We went to Walker Brothers today. Wendy says, Lenore, happy birthday. Check your P.O. box.
Okay,
that's nice.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to, what was I going to say? Like. What are you doing?
I have a cramp.
Oh, like, comment, and subscribe. Always believe. And that was
another
Woods Report. All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.